Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk about the avatars. So the avatar is the most important, the keyword of my current activities. I'm doing several things. I'm a professor of Osaka University, and I'm running the laboratories in ATR and the project manager of a Moonshot project, and then the semantic producers of Expo. And then I'm running my companies, AIBotics. But these things are for the avatars. I'm working for realizing the avatar symbiotic societies through these activities. What is avatars? So it is a teleoperated robot or CG characters, and it's these robots or CG character that works according to the operator's intention. That is a very important thing. Right? There are many levels for the avatar operations. Right? So of course we can directly manipulate the avatars by sending the motion command, by sending the voice. But at the same time, we can just send the intention to the avatars. And then the avatars recognize the human intentions and they convert it into the behaviors or utterance, right? So that is kind of semi-autonomous, the avatars with the AI functions. Okay. So by using that kind of avatar technologies, I hope to have a human avatar symbiotic society in a near futures, as you can see in these pictures, right? And so my first avatar was this very simple, the robot. It's a combination of TV conference and mobile platforms. I have proposed this robot 1999 in IROS. Okay. And then I have developed my copies. It's Geminoid in the 2006. Okay. And then, now of course, we can have different types of avatars. So my copies, Geminoid avatar is quite impressive, but actually, the world small children, the elderly, like to have this kind of, the robot-like, cute robot-like avatars, right? Okay. And of course, we can work in a metaverse world, right? So in a metaverse, people are using avatars. So here we are studying about the metaverse avatars. So now we are trying to realize the human avatar symbiotic society by using these technologies. And so our government, Japanese government, supporting this avatar project a lot. So we have a very big R&D project. It's called Moonshot. And the Moonshot project has 7 goals. The first goal is that to realize avatars. And for example, the third goal is to realize AI, and the 6th goal is to realize quantum computing. Okay. I'm a project manager for the first goal. So by 2050s, we are trying to realize a society in which people are free from the constraints of body, brain, space, and time. So more concretely, I want to realize this kind of future societies. Anyone, including elderly and people with disabilities, will be able, will be able to freely participate in various activities with abilities beyond ordinary people while expanding their physical, cognitive, and perceptual abilities using a large number of the avatars. And anyone will be able to work and study anytime, anywhere, minimize commuting to work, and and have plenty of free times. So we want to realize that kind of, the more better society in the futures. And we can change the educational environment, working environment, the medical environment, everyday life a lot by using avatars. For example, the education, right? The ideal way of education is to provide the personal avatars for everybody, right? So if we use the semi-autonomous AI avatars, we can do that, right? For the simple things, the AI avatar can teach the student by using AI functions, right? But for the complicated things, of course, teachers teleoperate avatars and directly teach the students. And then on the other hand, if we use the avatar in a school, we can easily invite the foreign student to the school, and then the all schools are going to be international school, right? The similar thing happens for the working environment. And the avatar use in the medical environment is also very important. So when we got the COVID, we don't like to go to the hospital, right? The best solution is to send the medical doctors by using avatar to the patient. Okay, so we can also use the avatar in a small hospital. So if we use the avatar in a small hospital, we can invite the professional medical doctors from the universities, for example. Then the small hospital is going to be a kind of a big hospital, right? So by using avatars, we can change our life very much. We have already, the 3.5 years ago, we have started this project, and then we have already conducted a lot of field experiments so far. Maybe we have conducted more than 70 field experiments in Japan, mainly in Japan, right? So for example, we were using the avatars in a kindergartens, right? Under the COVID, the kindergarten couldn't accept the external people. And then we put a small cute avatar there. And then the elderlies were operating the avatars by changing the voice. And then we could connect the elderlies and the children. The both of them were very happy there, right? And this is a similar example. The after school children's club, the children are waiting for the parents many hours. And then we put the small avatars, and the retired teachers were operating and talking with the children. And both of them were quite happy that again. And then we were providing the communication services in a supermarket. This is also quite successful, the project, and very practical, right? So we can have a real business by using avatars in a supermarket and department store and many kind of shops. Okay. And this is another example in amusement parks. That we have delivered a lot of AI avatars in the amusement parks. And this is in this amusement park, there are so many animals, and the children always asking the question to the staff. But it is not so easy to hire a lot of staff, right? Then we have delivered the AI avatars, right? So for the simple questions, AI avatar can directly answer, right? But for the complicated things, AI avatar will call the human operators, and the human operator were talking with the children. And then last month, we have conducted a very big field experiments in Osaka. We have newly opened place in Osaka. It's just the north side of Osaka stations, right? So it's a very huge new urban areas, and then we have developed a laboratory space there, and we were running the field experiment every day, right? So actually, these robots are working there, right? And then we were trying to check the possibility, the more practical possibility of avatars in these areas. So we have a very important concept with these avatars. That is a virtualized real world. So let me explain what is this, right? So horizontal axis is from a real world to the virtual world, and the vertical axis is from a real name to the anonymous. So basically, we are living in a real world with fresh bodies, right? The merit of a real world is that we can earn the money, we can survive in a real world. But the demerit is if we fail, it's quite difficult to recover, right? We cannot, but in a virtual world, uh, after the internet, we could have many virtual world and SNS world. The merit of a virtual world is that even if we fail, we can be a different person. We can use a different name, or we can visit a different world, right? So, but demerit is we cannot earn the money. But if we use the avatars in a real world, right, we can earn the money, and then we can be a different person, right? So avatar can enhance our possibilities a lot, right? So that is virtualized real world. This is blue oceans, right? We don't have a market there, right? But I really think we can develop the huge market in this the virtualized real world, right? By using the technologies for computer graphics agents and robots. Okay, so I believe Asian countries are quite positive for accepting the robots and CG characters, as you can see in this, in this exhibitions. Okay. So we can develop the new market, the virtual, from Asian countries, especially. Okay. So, and then we can solve the very important problem of our society, that is diversity and inclusions. So human has the bodies. Therefore, we humans discriminate against the humans based on our bodies. Right? The avatars frees humans from the restriction of our bodies and create the society of diversity and inclusions. Using avatars, we can realize a society in which everyone recognizes each other, connect with each other, and live together. So this is the merit of avatars, right? So this is the ideal futures. In addition, the avatar will solve this another very important, difficult the problems of that is a labor shortage in Japan. Within 50 years, our population is going down to the half of the current populations. Probably in Korea, you have a similar situation, right? How we can solve that kind of a problem, right? So we need to increase the productivities by using avatars. So I'm going to show a couple of examples, practical example of avatar use, how we can increase the productivities after this. And then if we use avatars, well, for example, the elderlies or the people who need to stay in at home, they can have a job, right? They don't need to commute. They can quickly, by using a computer, they can quickly jump into the avatars and operate the avatars, right? So I really think the avatar can solve the labor shortage problems in Japan, in Korea especially. So in order to realize that societies, well, I'm also running the business by myself. And my company is called Abita, and Abita, we are developing a lot of computer graphics avatar agent. So I'm working in the robotics field many years, more than the 30 years, and I know that how difficult is it to develop the real market with interactive robot, the robot that works in a daily situations, right? So basically, the robot does not have a very strong the key applications like a mobile phone, the cell phone, smartphone. Okay, so we need to find the key application of the robot first. That is the avatars, right? And if people they use the avatars, right? We can, if people become familiar to use the avatars in daily manners, right? So and we can develop the real market of the robot avatar and the computer graphics avatars. And then we have decided to start with the computer graphics avatars. Everybody using the computers, smartphones, tablet, right? So therefore, it's easy to deliver the computer graphics avatars. And then once we could develop the real market of avatars, then we can replace the computer graphics avatars with a robot. Okay, so this is our strategies. And these these are our product. Okay. We are also working with the Korean companies. Korean company has a pretty good technology for realistic avatars, right? And then our case is we are also developing the very realistic avatars, but this is this is a 3D model, right? And the 3D model avatar, realistic avatar, is a very expensive, but the Korean way is much cheaper. The Korean companies are using the generative AI. Okay, so we can choose, right? And according to the purpose, right? We can choose the best avatars. And then the people can work work like this by using the avatars. Okay. So already in Japan, the companies are using the avatars a lot, right? For example, the company is selling the life insurance on the internet, and they are using our avatars, computer graphics avatars. But the interesting thing is that almost all Japanese companies likes to have a cartoon-like, animation-like avatars, right? That is the difference from the other countries, right? So last week I was in Dubai and I was explaining about my product, but almost all the companies, they want to have more realistic avatars. So that is a fundamental difference with the Japanese countries. But anyway, the most top salesperson in this company is the avatars. Avatar is much better to talk with the people, right? People can relax. Then in order to talk about the life insurance, the people need to talk about the privacies, right? But people, they don't like talk about the privacy to the people, humans, but they can talk to the avatars, right? And then we are using the avatars in convenience stores, right? So this is a combination of automated cash registers and avatars, right? Japanese convenience stores providing a lot of services. It's so complicated. It's impossible to make a perfectly autonomous, right? The people want to ask some questions. Then, the people can call the avatars. In this case, avatar operators, one operator is handling the 5 shops or sometimes the 10 shops, right? So it's quite efficient. And then, the operators' salary, they became better than the real human shopkeepers. Okay. So, and of course, handicapped people can have jobs by using avatars. Another important product from a company is we are providing the training AI systems for the avatar operators. In order to sell the life insurance, in order to sell something, right, the operator need to have a training as the shopkeepers. So, but it is not so easy, right? So our solution is to make the virtual customers, and then the virtual customer AI, right? And they have a trainings for the shopkeepers, and same times that AI will evaluate the shopkeepers talk, right?
Hello, I've been thinking about getting insurance, but I'm not sure what kind I need.
This is AI.
Could you help me understand what options might be suitable for me?
So first, please tell me your
This is the
problem.
humans under training, right?
Well, I'm particularly concerned about the costs associated with illness or injury.
So we can develop the many levels of the customers, very severe customers, very easy customers, right? Then then after
Hello,
that,
I've been thinking of. The agent demonstrated a basic
AI
understanding
will
of customer
evaluate.
service by engaging with the customer's concerns and providing information on the health insurance plan.
Okay, so but this is a pretty good systems, right? So especially for the beginner shopkeepers can have a training a lot by using AI, and then they can have a real job, right, by using avatars. This is a very smooth transitions, and then we can consider to use many the business, the communication business, and we can use the avatars in many communication business. For example, the counselings, the cosmetic surgeries, advices, and the AGA chemicals, shops, and the life insurance, car insurance, real estate, and so on. Right? Almost all conversational service, that we can done by the avatars. So by using these technologies, I want to change this world. Of course, finally, I want to replace avatars, computer graphics avatars with robots. So that is my dream and challenge. If you are interested in my challenge, let me know that. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.